Good afternoon, my 583 wonderful subscribers. What I want to talk to you today about is Lulu. Now, I've mentioned Lulu before. I've actually created a video which I'll put a link to about creating a book, publishing a book, and a hardcover book at that with Lulu. But today I want to talk about some other features with Lulu. See, I'm all for not putting all your eggs in one basket. This is the initial web page. This is what you're sort of confronted with. And it's lulu.com. And this is the first page. It's got lots of options on here. This is where you'll find your account. You scroll down and you've got a pricing calculator. You click on that and you can type in the type of book that you're thinking of. So if we go with a print book and we look at the size of the book. So what we've got here is 8.5 by 8.5 inch. Let's go with that. Page count. I'll go with 32 as a children's book. I'm going to go with standard colour. I'll go with white paper at 60 grams. So you can keep going up, but your price is getting heavier and heavier. I'm going to go with coil binding and a glossy finish. Now the calculator will tell me how much it will cost for this one book. And it's just for that one book, it will cost me £5.43. But at the same time, there's still room to make a pound or two, a couple of pound on that. So that's good. What difference would it make with a matte finish? Well, not much really. So I'll go back to glossy. And how about 80 gram paper? Sit back to glossy. And it's not much different. So, yeah, I'd be tempted to go for the thicker paper. I know it all adds up, but what if we went for colour premium? Right, it's shot right up there. So you're using sort of the best of everything in that. Well, this is a really good way of working out the price of your book. And if I come down to here, pricing estimate. So number of copies, if I put 100, select the country, and it's going to cost me £53, 53 US dollars for delivery. £879. Well, that's a lot of money, but it's at 100 copies. That's £8.79 a copy. But I've used the best of everything there. So when you think of it that way, it's not so bad. But that's a 5% discount for ordering 500. For ordering 100. What if I ordered 500? What if I ordered 1,000? And I wanted to sell them on a market, or I wanted to sell them on my own website, which I'd have to consider the postage and everything else with that. Well, the delivery has shot right up to 281. £7,647 for 1,000 copies, or $7.64, say, for each copy. So that's come down a little bit, but not that much. I don't think to warrant 1,000 copies, unless I could be sure that I'm getting rid of 1,000 copies. But it's a great little calculator for you to work through, and it's a good way of looking at things. Right, so that's me actually buying them and having them sent to me. So I could set a revenue goal here if I'm just selling them on Lulu. And what we're looking at is this is all far too much. Now this is based on Lulu actually going wide with your book. And you might not really be interested in that. But you might be. But if you was to sell it only on Lulu's bookstore, which you could link to all of your books on your website or in your social media. But if you was to sell them on the bookstore, this is the price it would be. To make $1. In the US dollars, it would be $11.22. So you can juggle that about a bit. You can change that to $2. And you can see how things all change here. But don't forget, we've gone with the highest quality book here. Global distribution. The price of these books would be scandalously high. Firstly, the hardcover is fabulous. I really like the hardcover. It's really good, solid quality. I mean solid, you know. And the binding is well glued, it's well stitched, and the colour is good. And I'm only using standard colour. I'm not using anything else. I'm not using the premium colour or the thicker paper, and everything's fine. Everything's fabulous. Sell your books on your website. So straight away here, you can, it's called Lulu Direct, and you can get all the little options to do e-commerce on your website and all the apps, and you'll just be able to sell straight away. You'll have a link to buy on your website, and yeah, now I don't know anything about doing that kind of thing, but I'm sure there's plenty of you who do. I will look into it actually in the future about putting something like that on. And like I said before, I'm not affiliated with Lulu in any way. And if we scroll right down here, we've got book creation guide and templates. So we can click through this and we can see all the different sizes of books. So if I was to choose US trade, which they've got here at 6x9, download, I'm given a zip file to open, and in that zip file I've got for Mac users and for Windows users. Adobe PDF, we've got for InDesign, we've got interior templates. Now they're already set up. The interior templates, if you're using Word, it's set up already with left and right margins. So your page is ready to go, pretty much like Amazon would be. You've got all kinds of daily planner interior here, weekly planner interior pages, 100 and 200 page weekly planner, and you can download these. So if we just go back up again, lines, blank pages, and I'm going to download one of these lined interiors. So okay, so it's come up in a zip file, and I want to use the Windows version. 1 page, 100 pages, 200 pages. Okay, so let me have a little look at this 200 pages. And yeah, I mean, it's quite basic, but it's lines. And, you know, you don't have to be a member of Lulu to get these. You can just download them straight away. So that's brilliant. And you can always remove some. If you're using something like I Love PDF, which is what I use, and again, I'm not affiliated with these, I can just remove pages. I can split the PDF, take pages off, get it down to 120. If I wanted to use this, well, let me have a little look at another one. Weekly planner interiors. I mean, these are great interiors, and you don't have to use the coil binding. You know, it's really built for everything. Habit tracker and task list, monthly planner interior pages. And like I say, you can download all these interiors for free as well. Mess about with them. Publish them.